So this is the Purple Rose of Cairo. The scene that I'm going to play is the scene when Baxter comes out of the screen to interact with Mia Farrow's character of Cecilia, and I'll be analysing that. So the dark lighting used in the scene, it creates a moody atmosphere. It's something that Woody Allen tries to, it's an atmosphere that Woody Allen tries to create in most of his films. The costumes that the cinema goers are in, it's what's the word? Typical of the time of which it's set, and it's set in the 1930s in New Jersey, so there'd be it's during the Great Depression. Nobody's got that much money. They're all trying to act as fancy as they can. Now the facial expressions, the bit that just came on, they convey a mix of emotions. There's amusement on part of some of the moviegoers. There's horror on the part of that one woman that just fainted. Then also on screen right now, on the cinema screen, there's confusion because they're just the characters within the film are they know what's going on, but they know it's a bad thing, so they're breaking the fourth wall. So they're letting the film, they're letting the audience know that they can see what they can see the audience. And then the changing of Baxter from black and white to colour, it signifies him stepping from the screen, stepping over the threshold into the real world. So I wanted to talk about camera work really quickly as well. There's a lot of long duration shots between cuts. It allows us to be as engrossed in the film as the audience is, and especially Mia Farrow's character of Cecilia, as engrossed as they are in the film that they're watching. So we're kind of watching along with them. The close-up on the screen also allows us to watch the film that the audience in the film are seeing along with them. What you saw before, the long shots between when Farrow and Jeff Daniels were on the screen, it's sort of the way that they're shot is they're shot from very far away. So what that shows is that things have been thrown off kilter. We've been moved away from what's going on, and we have to regain our composure, just like Farrow has to do, and move back in towards the story and in towards what's going on. This is another long shot here. She's you're going to see coming in a minute. There you go. Like that. You can see all of them and a lot more on the screen at one time. So that's where I'll end the scene. But there's two more things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the narrative of the scene. So the scene can be viewed as the first plot point within a three-act structure. It acts as a setup to a problem, that problem being the growing closeness between the fictional character of Baxter and the character of Cecilia. The scene introduces us fully to the two characters that can be described by Goffman's character theory, with the protagonist being Cecilia and the deuteragonist being Baxter. So it's more focused on Cecilia than it is on Baxter. And it can also be related to Prop's character theory, with the princess being Cecilia and the hero being Baxter. In terms of representation, Cecilia is the perfect representation of the every woman. She goes to the cinema to escape from her, a drab existence, her mundane life. Her husband slaps her around. She's working a dead-end job. She's in need of an alternate reality to the one she has So that drives her to become so engrossed in the film. And in a time when women weren't seen as equals, she is also a kind of flag bearer for women who want a better life than the one that they have. Baxter is also a representation. He's a representation of innocence. He's like a child that wants chocolate. He'll stop at nothing to get it. He commits an action so damaging to the film by coming out of the screen. It just proves that his wants outweigh his commitments to the film and the characters that he's working with. And just as Cecilia is a representation of an everywoman, the other characters on the screen in the film can be seen as everyday people. So we as the audience are treated to the knowledge that the actors in the film knew that they had an audience. So they can be viewed as people with a consciousness just doing the jobs. So that's it for that scene. So next is going to be Ruby Sparks.